all are safe and are doing great at your homes. Welcome back to my channel Young Tutor, and as you have seen my previous videos based on the chapter Is Matter Around Us Pure or Not? Welcome back to the third part of this video. In this video we're going to discuss about the various methods of separation of substances. We're not going to cover all types of separation of substances, but a few of them is going to be covered in this particular video. So the very first type of separation of substances is known as evaporation. This is a process of separating two substances by heating them, in which the liquid part is evaporated in the air or in the atmosphere. In this, it is important that one substance has to be solid and the other substance has to be liquid, so that the solid part can stay at the bottom like sediments and the liquid part will get evaporated in the air. So how is the process of evaporation basically used? So here you can see that we have a salt solution and we are evaporating salt and water from them. And in the second we have how, if for example if we have a mixture of uh, ink and water, how are we going to separate this? First we are going to put the ink and water solution here, and then we're gonna place some things like here, and then what we can see, we're gonna put a watch glass here. We can see that all the vapor part, all the liquidy part will separate, and we will be only left with the powdered sediments of the ink, because ink itself is a mixture of colors, various types of colors and of water. Now let's see the application of evaporation. Evaporation works on the principle of heating. This is most common when we have to obtain salt from the seashore. For example, here I have a solution of common salt in water. Here we have a china dish and a Bunsen burner. When this is evaporated indirectly, okay, indirectly it is important because when exposed directly, this might make it another substance. When in contact, this water evaporates, and what we are left with are the sediments or granules of the common salt. Okay, the next one which we're going to talk about in our today's class is centrifugation. Centrifugation is very important and is one of the topics which we are learning for the very first time. This is a process of separation of denser particles from the lighter ones. For example, if we have milk, have you ever seen your mother churning milk very fast on a speed, and sometimes after a time what we get, we obtain some cream from that milk. That cream is actually floating on milk, and the left out particles are beneath the milk. This is a process in which we spun things very fast to obtain the denser particles and to obtain the less dense particles. This is actually separation by centrifugation. This is used in the principle of testing things as well. How it is used? For example, take this as your blood, and this blood, we in blood we have different constituents. We have plasma. In plasma we have different constituents of different constituents actually floating on it. So these are the various constituents. When it is spun hard, little more hard, and ultimately at last what do we see is that the denser particles, the denser sediments are actually settling at the bottom, and the lighter ones are actually floating. So if we have to obtain a particular thing from plasma, or for example if we have to obtain red blood cells from here, we can easily use this process to separate things out from the blood test. Okay, thank you everybody for watching this video. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.